How's it going, guys? In today's video, you're going to see day three, which is my second lower body day. And the main lifts consisted of the box squat and also the deficit RDLs. So I'll be taking you through my warm-ups all the way up to my first and second set. I'd also like to apologize for the poor filming angles. Gym was relatively busy, so I didn't really have much time to kind of set myself up for this video. So I just put it down to a place where there was a bit of light, because this gym annoyingly hasn't got the best lighting, and just kind of hope for the best. And this was the outcome. So at least we're getting majority of the movement to me sitting down onto the box, and then I'm standing up. And this is my first warm-up set. I always, no matter how long I've been training, no matter how strong I am, I always start off with an empty bar. Just allows me to really hone in on technique, but also it's just the easiest time to focus on any imperfections, I should say, rather, but also iron out anything that I would like to kind of get rid of as I start warming up and adding more weight onto the bar. So now we move on to a set of 3 reps. As I always mentioned before, I always end up doing less than what I'm about to do, especially the closer I get to my working sets, purely for just keeping as much in the tank as possible for my top sets. But also, again, whilst the weight is light, I can still focus on form and prioritize that more than anything. So I think this will be now the second to last warm-up set. The main aim here when I do my box squats is, again, just trying to keep my torso angle as upright as I can. So even though I'm squatting with a low bar position, therefore my torso will lean ever so slightly forward to compensate for the weight being lower on my back. That does not necessarily mean that I lower my torso more when I'm squatting. I still want to try and focus on keeping my shoulders above my hips as best as I comfortably can, so that I can still utilize my quads. But in this case, where we're going for a wider stance, we're going to be working a little bit more through the hips, so a lot of the musculature going through my glutes and also upper back, to try and still maintain that upright posture, to still feel strong and get out of that bottom position nice and quick. So this is my last set. This is 150 kilos for a set of 6. And ironically, I actually moved this a lot better than I did last week with 140 kilos for 8 reps. Reason being is that I kind of accepted the fact that because I'm not going to be utilizing my quads as much, and I'm just going to sit through my hips, to pretty much just focus on driving my hips underneath my torso as quickly as I can, as opposed to thinking of I'm going to push my legs through the ground. So even though I still want to use my legs in that bottom position, the main aim is not so much to fill my quads, it's more to just drive through my hips once I sit down. Then we move on to the RDLs. Now, I had to switch the stepper because this first set, which is 120 kilos, I used the stepper and I didn't really warm up with this because I felt more than capable of doing the weights that I was already looking to do. But I just felt that, and you'll see once I kind of put it down after this first set of 6, because of how high the stepper is, as you can see, like, there is pretty much no space for my feet to go under. So I didn't want to then compromise my form completely when it came to that first rep by lifting further away from me and then keeping the bar closer. So I'll be just wasting way more energy just trying to do that alone. So this is where now you can see I've added a 25 kilo plate to the floor. I've added a 25 kilo plate to the floor. I've replaced the stepper for a 25 kilo plate, I should say, rather. So I'm still creating a deficit, just nowhere near as high, but now it's going to be a lot easier for me to then start my first rep, because I'm not one of those people that have the bars on the racks and then walks out. Like, if you can deadlift it, you can RDL it as well. So now we have my top set of 160 kilos here for a set of 6. Really happy with the form here. And there you go. So those are my 2 main lifts for that day. Thank you very much for watching. As always, like, share, and subscribe.